Hi all, welcome back to the second part of this video. So in the first part, Exesandbox gave us a brief introduction on how he get into the AFOL journey, and he also shared a little bit of the MOC details and also some building techniques that he used on his previous MOC. So now let's continue for the second part. Hope you enjoy.
Okay, so moving on, we also have the motorbike builds. It's also from the digital. So do you have something want to share on this? I think you use quite some interesting technique over here.
Yeah, so this is one of the marks that I use the most different types of shapes, because it's also my first time making a motorcycle. So a lot of time just thinking of the sheet, just like drawing out the plans, but then at the end they didn't really work, so I just had to build. And this is another example of just using all kinds of curvy bricks or angular bricks to create the shape. Although the color on the motorcycle, I actually almost copied it from another picture of a motorcycle I saw. So yeah, another thing to make good color combination is to just copy someone else.
I think one challenges for people to build in digital is that they are not sure how good is the stability of the creations. So, do you do something in real to make sure that the creation is stable before you put into the digital, or the other way around?
Well, I haven't actually tested any of my connections in real life. I just based on my experience with building in real life, I just kind of guess how solid the connections will be. So I try not to make like the whole section just connect by one stud. I try to at least make it secure. But in real life, maybe certain things would be a bit flimsy.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, I think when people's who working more on hands-on to create their creations on hand, I think sometimes they will give some comment on the stability for the digital build. So I think I also agree that in real life, sometimes it's more tougher to make a stable things. But if you have a digital as a base and then you create something out in the real, of course, anytime you have a chance to refine it to make it more stable on it. But beforehand, you still need to have the concept, everything in place first before you can improve it. So I think the digital side for me is still fundamentally important, I would say. But okay, somehow some people might not be agree on this. Yeah, but this is my interpretations on this. Okay, so last one, you also have a work share about the modular house. Is it 32 times 32 stud size?
Yeah.
And this is for another competitions?
Nah, this one is, I just build it just as a normal mark. And so before that, I've always wanted to build a modular building because I've seen all the other modular buildings people make, and then they're really cool. So I wanted to make one myself. And I think this is one of the longest time I spent making a mark. It took quite some time to get all the shape and then the details. So I even had to draw out some concepts. And then the color for this one actually was also quite challenging. I just had to keep on testing out different colors until it looks good.
Okay. So before you have this modular, most of your creation is more like bigger creations. Like the first one we see for the Lego Voltron, and then we have the Ford Mustang, and then we have the Arctic. So uh, which type, or how should I ask, what's your favorite theme or things that you would like to build the most?
I like to build like creator expert style with that kind of detail, and also a bit of sci-fi and architecture. So I also built a couple of houses before that, and so sci-fi like those, that Voltron one. So those are the styles that I like to build.
I think you have a very good creations on the is it you call container houses?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is also very impressive, I would say. But you built that container houses before you have this modular house, or
Yeah.
which one comes first?
The container house comes first.
But for that one, any idea what inspired you to suddenly what is inspire you to build this kind of container house out? And you also created and presented it very, very well, I would say.
Yeah. So I was browsing the Google one day, just looking at images of houses, and then one picture of a container house. I saw it, and then I thought, I'm gonna build this with Lego one day. Then only after a few months, I eventually got to building it. So it was that one image. So I kind of almost copied the way the containers are
Stack.
shaped. Yeah. But I've also added a lot of other different things, like the whole outside and then the interior.
Okay. Good. So meaning to say that it so happens that particular image strike on you.
Yeah.
Okay. So throughout your few years of building experience, so what would be the bigger challenge that you faced before in terms of buildings?
Well, the biggest challenge is actually because a few years ago I didn't have that much experience. So there's this robot, this black and orange one that there's an image for. So this one I built it for my first contest, and back then I didn't have that much experience. Previously, what I built is just normal Hero Factory marks. So going into something bigger is very challenging. Every joint would have the whole arm would have 100 pieces, the whole leg would have 100 pieces. So that was very challenging. But over time, the more experience I got, the building things were still quite challenging, but then I could solve things pretty easily, and it was a lot better. So the mock that I built for my first contest, that one was very hard.
Is that your first creations?
That was my first creation that I have ever posted online.
Yeah, if this is quite impressive if this is your first creation, because the overall outlook is pretty good. I'm not a Hero Factory guy, but at least I know just to see it based on the normal viewer. So I feel that the structures, the scales on the arms and the leg is pretty balanced, I would say. So if you are first time or first few creation created, this is actually pretty impressive. Very good job on that. So most of the time, where you get your inspiration from?
So, like I mentioned previously, a lot of my ideas, I just like stumble on one image that will inspire me. So I just browse Google and then just keep looking at images, photographs or drawings, and also other Lego blocks. I would just spend like a few hours just looking at different ones until I can find one that can help me form an idea.
Okay, so let's say now we have a brand new contest came up. So what is the first few things that you will do?
So I would read what the content is about, what they want me to build. Then from there, I would spend maybe one day or even up to 1 week just thinking of a proper idea. Because if I don't have the proper idea, then if I try to build, it also won't work. So I try to get as clear of an idea as possible. So that's when I would look at as much images as I can, and from there I would start to build. And sometimes the build would also wouldn't work out. Then I would have to go back to thinking of an idea again, and then the deadline would come closer. I would rush. So yeah, that's my general process.
Okay. So if you would like to join the contest, what do you set a main objective for your creations? So for instance, let's say that, okay, for this contest A, I would like to build something that myself have never built before. So I will set this kind of objective. So for you, do you have this kind of similar objective before?
Yeah, similar, because most times the contest will ask you to build all kinds of funny things. So most of the time, I haven't built such a thing before. Then the next thing I would decide is how big do I want the creation to be. So for something like the Ford Mustang, I made the decision to make it as big as I can. Then the Land Rover one, the icebreaker, I didn't want to make it so big, so it's just like 3,000 pieces, whereas the Mustang one is like 100,000 pieces. So yeah, I would have to decide on how big do I want to build. Then I would think of an idea. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, just now you say which creation have more than 100K pieces?
The Ford Mustang. More than, I think close to 100,000, but not more than that.
Okay. Yeah, that much. Is that the toughest build that you ever make?
Yeah, it was not exactly that tough, but because of the deadline, so that made it very, very hard, because I had to build such a big thing in a short time. So it was actually pretty stressful. And also because it's so big, my computer, I don't know whether it will crash anytime.
So meaning that you are building something in the mode of fear.
Yeah.
So let's say we took out the deadline as a side. So far, what is your toughest creations? Maybe the most challenging one that you feel that will take you a lot of time to think about what is the correct bricks that you want to use, how you realize the concept that you wanted to build. Which one is the toughest?
The most challenging, I think, would be without any deadline would be the Krusty Craft, my Lego project. So that one, yeah, I really had to think of it, every brick must be correct, and then all the curve is actually very difficult. So that was my toughest.
Yeah, for those who don't know about this actually is already on the Lego ideas. And this morning I checked, I think it's about 8.1K of votes already been voted. So firstly, I think this could be the way, this could be the way to the 10K very soon, because you still have 700 over days to achieve that mark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who haven't seen this creation, so I will put up the link in the description box below, so you can go there. And of course, it will be appreciated if you haven't voted, you can go vote him, so that these Lego's ideas will end up to be a real set if it's being selected. So I think if that is the case, you could be the first Malaysians to achieve this. So it's very glad that we have these sharing sessions with you before that happens. So perhaps if that's already happened, maybe I will invite you here again to share about the experience only solely on the Lego idea builds.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so so for that one, so you say that is so far the toughest that you took. So how long that you took to create that up? Because this creation itself is packed of a lot of nice details inside.
Yeah. So I spent 2 months building it, but it's just like every day for many hours just building for 2 months. And so it took 2 months to build this.
Did you anticipate that this could get so supportive from the Lego community?
Because SpongeBob is a pretty popular franchise, so I knew that it would be kind of it would be quite popular, but I didn't expect it to get them employers that fast. I thought it would take like 6 months or so.
How long you have posted this? I think you just post on early March.
Yeah, early March.
So meaning to say that about only 5 weeks or plus, you already achieved 8K of votes.
Yeah.
Before you post up, what is your expectations?
Maybe just like I'm also kind of scared that maybe it won't even get 10K and it will expire. But I thought that if I was very lucky, maybe within half a year to 1 year, I could reach 10,000.
Yeah. Previously, I also submitted the Lego's ideas before. I think it took me about 1.5 months only to achieve 1,000 words. And then it died off. So maybe the builds that I have, of course, may not be so good like you, and also the acceptance level or the popularity is not that huge compared to the one you're building. Yeah. So anyhow, I would take these chances to wish you good luck and all the best. If this is able to achieve 10K, then I wish you very, very good luck again, so that this set can be selected by the Lego and produce it out. Then I think you will make the AFOL in Malaysia very, very proud. I hope this will really happen. Okay, so move on to the last part over here. So after you have done this Lego idea, so what is your upcoming project right now that you plan to do?
Well,
or you want to take a rest right now?
Nah, it's fine. I do plan to build my second modular building. The last one I made was like a year ago. So yeah, that would be my next project, building in my second modular building.
Mm-hmm.
But if any contest happen to come along, then that I'm interested, I would also build something for that.
Mm-hmm. So mainly the contest participations you are joining is the one from the Legos idea, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think we talked about the last thing here is there anything else you would like to achieve in your Lego journey?
Yeah, I've always thought of building a huge 6 feet Lego robot using real bricks, but of course I've designed it in digital first. But yeah, I've always thought of doing that, and but that would take a very long time.
So that is your so-called the ultimate goals to achieve. So right now, do you see any chances to be achieving anytime soon?
Well,
not in the near term.
Yeah, not within this 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, good. But yes, it's good that you can keep this achievement or goal in mind, so that you can work toward that. So yeah, I think it's come to an end for these sharing sessions. Thanks for your time. So maybe you can let us know that for those who are interested to look into your work and also to interact with you, where they can look for you.
You can look for me on Flickr. That's where I post all of my work. Then I also put some on Instagram and my Twitter. So these are and also my Lego ideas page. That's where you can find some of my work also. But mainly Flickr.
Mainly Flickr. Okay, good. Then I will put up all those links in the description box below. So for whoever who are interested, and also I would strongly recommend you to take a look or very close look on his work. It is very fantastic. Okay, so that's all for us today. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time again. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.